Hey kids, we are back. We're back. You're watching Guitar Quackery live right here on YouTube. You're watching it live. I hope you're watching it because here on the computer I have a message that says something went wrong. So hopefully you're seeing this. I have no way of knowing. Actually, I do have a way of knowing. I can just check YouTube. Yeah, here on my phone. Let's see. So something went wrong, it says, with the comment section. Okay. We'll check if it's live or not. Okay. It's not showing up as a suggestion for me to watch. Okay. So let me open the other app and we'll check. It does say that it's public, but there's a monkey and it says something went wrong. I can show you. Yeah, while we're getting ready for the live stream. So I don't have an audience yet, although I did send out. Oh, I do have an audience. Okay, 2 people watching, but I won't be able to see your comments. It helps to take the lens cap off. First live stream of the day. Although I did use the camera before for a customer who dropped off a guitar. Look at that, monkey. Okay, so this is what I see here. So you will be seeing my laptop screen right there. You see here it says something went wrong and there's a monkey. So this is where I would normally see your chats. And now I can't see them because something went wrong. So I don't know if you are going to be posting any chats. I guess I won't be able to see them unless I watch the program on YouTube. Let me see. Bear with me. Switch account. All right. And where are we? Content. Live. It's not showing up here. Maybe something did go wrong. But it seems like I do have an audience. I don't know. It's weird. Normally it shows up on this list, but only the last live stream from a few days ago is showing up. So I do seem to have an audience. You have no way of communicating with me, and that's frustrating. What can we do here? Well, if I'm going to be live streaming, I want to make sure that it is. Oh, now it showed up here. So let's see. Sure that it is. Okay. And I can see your comments here. Dr. Aficionado says James is here, and Grandpa Joe says hello, Guitar Quackery. Hello to you both. All right, so it is live. It is working. So we can get to work. Today was a busy day. And today we are celebrating. I'll show you. I don't know if you caught this on Instagram, but I did post on Instagram that we hit. Hold on. I have an overlapping image here. Okay. I did post. So during my lesson, I do Zoom lessons, guitar lessons. Okay, focus, please. On Saturdays. And towards the end of the lesson, I kind of checked my phone and I saw that there was, it said 100 followers on Instagram. So while I was still in session, I recorded this Instagram post and I already posted it. And that's now on Instagram. Okay, was just, you know, celebrating the 100 followers. Why wouldn't we? And now I got 104 followers. Okay. That's good. Okay, so let me go back to YouTube here. It's not playing. Why not? Oh, come on. All right. All right, it is playing. So maybe I'll be able to see your comments here. I do use my phone for switching, but I also have this switcher here. So now that's the same distance pretty much. I'm watching it myself and I can see your comments. Let's work on this baby. Schecter bass. So it's got a couple of high frets, I'm told. Let's adjust the camera. So we'll touch up the frets and then we'll do a setup. This shouldn't take forever, but I forgot to send a link to the customer. This isn't charged by the hour. He dropped off 2 other basses that will be charged by the hour, but this one, no. But still, as a courtesy, right? So here, copy and paste. Et voila, boom. Okay, back to work. Nothing much to talk about. It's just a setup. But I like hanging out with you. So let's remove the strings. And I'll be touching up a couple of frets. We'll polish everything. We'll do the setup. What else did I want to talk about? I think I had something in mind. It'll come to me. You see, this is loose, right? And one more. So these strings come off easily because of the type of bridge they have. So they just come off like this, okay? And sometimes I like to save strings, bass strings, if they're not too bad. And I do that for testing purposes. Sometimes I have a bass, I need to test something, whatever it is, and I need an old set of strings. So they come in handy. I got a whole bunch already. But yeah, I have a hoarding habit, I guess. Oh, and I have been drinking today enough liquids. So I don't get a migraine. And I even put some salt inside, just a pinch, and a pinch of Epsom salt that has magnesium in it. It's a magnesium salt. Now, the body doesn't absorb magnesium well to begin with, and it doesn't absorb magnesium well from the Epsom salt, but it can't hurt. It'll absorb some magnesium. Better than nothing. Those are electrolytes. Oh, and look what I bought. It just arrived today. So this is, it mirrors the screen. There's a magnet. You place it here. When you turn it on, you can turn on mirroring. So why is that? It's for my Instagram. Because now I do these vertical videos, just selfies. and the front camera isn't really good. So you want to use the back camera, one of those. So that's the high-res camera. One of them is the really good one. So now I can see myself because I can mirror this screen, right? And the selfie that I just posted announcing this live stream was done like this. So I could see that the quality of the image was better. Why not? The technology exists, let's use it. Okay, so you won't be able to hear the rocking of the fret rocker, but you're just going to need to trust me. If I say it's rocking, that means it's rocking. Okay, fret rocker is right here. I forget, I think it's somewhere here, but I'll go over the entire fingerboard, fretboard. This is so slight that I bet the fret kisser won't even catch it unless you put it diagonally. So just a little bit here. And now it's completely non-rocking. Okay. Here we have rocking. Okay. So we want to take it off. Take down the... and it's doing its job. In fact, I think it would be interesting to show you through the microscope what I just did. For your viewing pleasure. Which one? 6th fret here. I think the microscope's too high up. And where are we? I like to focus it so you can really see like that. Okay, so let's have a look. You can see that I hit it with a fret rocker. Maybe there's too much light, so you can't see the scratches. Not the fret rocker, the fret kisser. And now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to finish it off in the up and down direction. So I want to take the fret kisser and finish it off like this. But, you know, to be honest, I forgot because I was distracted with the camera switching. First, we want to check our work, and there's still too much. Okay, and maybe now I start finishing it off in this direction. Now, because the... so this can never be as precise as this. It just can't be. Because this is smooth, and this is rough. So sometimes what you need to do to hit the middle fret is, you know, go like this, diagonally, because we're going over a radius. So when it stops hitting like this, you're gonna have to put it diagonal a little bit. Okay, and now we'll look at the fret now. You can see the scratches are going up and down like that. Okay, and you can see the shavings, and I'm going to check with a fret rocker just a little more here, and I'll be going up and down like that. Okay, now I check this one and obviously this one. Okay, and I think we're good. So now let's move up the fretboard. So this is down and this is up because it plays a higher pitch. Just need to brush this off. If I can find my brush. Right there. Okay. All right. So I am in a good mood today again. It's been a good day so far. The lesson went well. The kids are learning. I call everyone kids, customers, students, kids, and you. Yeah, the lesson went well. The kids are learning. And those two customers are actually kids. I was teaching two kids. They are 15, so they're kids, minors. And they are learning right now. I'm teaching them the Chuck Berry song, Memphis. You know that song, right? You want to play it? Oh, that's copyrighted, right? So I'm going to get a strike. Copyright strike. Better not. Because I want to monetize this channel so that the ads can play in replay. And, you know, I can get some extra money coming my way. That way. For my work. Okay. So these are the two frets that were high. And now I'm just going to check the rest of the fingerboard, fretboard. I keep saying fingerboard. Same thing. It's still a fingerboard. Now on a violin, it's called a fingerboard. You can't call it a fretboard. On a fretted instrument, you can call it a fingerboard or a fretboard. It's a fingerboard with frets. Okay, I am going to just hit it with the Z file. I'm going to take this one that's really smooth. Where are we here? Recrowning. And no, I am not marking it off with red. Just recrowning like that. It's good. And which one was it? It was so minor. I think it was... Well, this one could use recrowning anyway. It's a little flat on top. Maybe this was the one. And if it wasn't, it was so minor, I think that was the one, that it's not going to affect anything if I don't recrowning, because we are going to start polishing with the sanding pads anyway. Now, which grit? Well, I kind of want to use a different grit for these two frets, because I don't want to remove too much material from the rest of the frets. There's no need to do that. I am sleepy right now. I wonder why. Maybe because I don't sleep enough. I don't know. You see, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm looking in the wrong place. So I'm going to do this with 800 grit, because the file that I used is about 600 grit. Yeah. I gotta pick the right one. Let's see, this one, number 4. This is a fit. So that's the sandpaper. And where are we? Here. Okay. Just gonna polish up the top. I'm thinking. Let me see. I'm just kind of catching the reflection. Yeah, we're good. Oh, just a little bit here. Okay, and there was one more, right? Right, this one. Was that the 9th fret? I made these. I don't know what to call them, but I stole the idea from Ken Parker. And I see that some other companies are making similar things, but they don't seem to be crediting anyone. I mean, I don't know that Ken Parker invented it. I just know that I learned it from one of his videos. Okay. We have a fresh fret shield. Okay, viewers are dropping. I can't blame them. And you know what's interesting? I got somebody bought me 5 coffees. So I usually post a little video now. I didn't used to do that, but a little thank you video. Should I do it now? Oh, I got some questions here. So SF says, how would you use the fret kisser on a high last fret, like on a 21 or 22 fret bass or guitar? Oh, I see. Well, so you have a high fret, that's the last fret. I never had that situation, so let me think. So here I have 2 tools. I have a fret rocker and a fret kisser. So you can check if in this case is a 20, I'm sorry, this is a 24 fretboard. This is the 23rd fret. So you can check the 23rd fret. Now, how do you check the other one? Well, you can't, right? Kind of. But you can do this. And now you just check with the feeler gauge. You want the last fret, if it isn't level, you want it to be lower than the other frets for obvious reasons. So I don't know. Sorry, I almost fell asleep here. I dozed off. Okay, because I'm sitting. More questions? Oh, Jeffrey Boyle is here. Hello to you. Oh yes, so now how would you, that was the question, how would you use the fret kisser? Well, I guess you could use it like this. So you see, you have these 2 frets, and then you have this one. So if it's higher, maybe this would work. Little motions back and forth, so that this part rides on these 2 frets. And this last fret can be lower. That's actually a good thing, right? If you think about it. Almost like a fall away thing. So let me know if this didn't answer the question. I'll try to explain it better. And I am falling asleep on my feet. Fret shield. I have a few of them, different scale lengths. All right. So let's see if it fits. Okay. It's not a 100% perfect fit, but it's fine. So the scale length of the bass is slightly longer. I don't know why, maybe because it's a metric thing. I don't know. Okay. I was just yawning, but you couldn't see it because the camera. Well. Okay. I'm going to use polishing pads. I need a glove. So yeah, I am in a good mood today, but my energy is low because I woke up early. I actually went to bed earlier than usual. Still after me, still like around 1. Yeah, but I woke up early for whatever reason. So I didn't get 8 hours of sleep. And now I'm feeling it. I rarely get 8 hours of sleep. And I should do something about it. I keep saying that. Okay, so we have our box with the polishing thingies. Now, should I polish? Yeah, I can put the fret shield on now. I'll put the rubber bands this time. I don't always. So I know a very good singer, a recent acquaintance, I wanted to check out more songs. I signed up for Spotify today, and yeah, great voice, great singer. But Spotify is a bit confusing to me. So at home, I still have, well, I like analog audio. So I have a reel-to-reel player. I have a cassette player. I don't really use it. I have a, and cassettes are coming back. I don't know if you heard that. I have a, so record player, cassette player, reel-to-reel player, and I have what's called a Tefifone player. Look that up on YouTube. Maybe one day I'll make a video. What else do I have? Yeah, I have CDs, obviously. But, you know, I'm not like using streaming services for music like Spotify. So I just signed up today for the account. Yeah. That's how it is. I'm going to protect the nut. And it was honestly, it was to check out the songs. So I like the singer. wanted to check out the songs. Oh, I said I would put rubber bands. Here they are, and I forgot. It's either a sign of old age or a sign of being tired, or both. Yeah, maybe both. I don't need to use all of those spots for the rubber bands. And there are a few opportunities for improvements on this fret shield. So maybe one day I'll write to Music Nomad and I'll let them know my feedback. I think that would be nice of me. I need to do this one. So one improvement would be to not, this whole T-shape thing is not necessary. It just makes it more difficult to remove the rubber band. And the other improvement that I would suggest to them is not to keep this like that, but just to continue this all the way down, this folded piece in here as well. Obviously, this was meant for right-handed bass. What about left-handed? But anyway, this should go all the way down. And you can even put cutouts for rubber bands, because if you remove the neck to do the polishing, and look, I could have removed that, but all right, I didn't. If you remove the neck, then you have the, things for rubber bands. So those are the, I'm going to start with this one. They're a little used up, so I need to start a new pack soon. Oh, I do have Buddy Davy commented. Good evening, all. And good evening to you. So this is overlapping something. What was the outcome of your Zoom meeting? Thank you for remembering. So I have many Zoom meetings. I think you're referring to the corporate meeting. And that went well. Now, there's probably going to be, like, if this moves forward, some kind of non-disclosure agreement. I can't talk about details yet, except that, if things move forward, there will be some guitar building involved. But it really isn't about the guitar building. But there will be guitar building involved, most likely, by me. And in that case, that'll give us an opportunity to hang out together again. Now the problem is, the guitar building doesn't happen here, but I could do the assembling here. Those guitars would have removable necks, bolt-on necks, and the hardware and everything. Or, if the money is right, I could just buy a whole bunch of cameras and a switcher and equip the other place. Maybe. Takes a while to put it all together, right? But the meeting went well. I am really pleased how it's going so far. We have good chemistry. So I'm speaking with two people, and the CEO of the big company is being CC'd on it. So I actually first spoke with the CEO in person about that. And then, he told me whom to reach out to at the company, and he said to CC him. And he said that twice, I remember. So I took that as that, don't forget to CC me, I'm interested. That's how I read it. Now, one day, if this moves forward, I will be able to tell you which company it is. I like the company. But like any companies, some people hate it. But I like it. I mean, what's a company, right? So Guitar Quackery is a company, but there's only one person working here. So you could say, I'm the company. But when you have a big company, well, as soon as people change, you have a different company. So someone could have a bad experience with the people that they were dealing with at the company. What does that say about the company? Does that mean it's a bad company? I don't know. It's a deep philosophical question, I know. Why don't I give you this view? I didn't switch. I didn't push the button all the way. Yeah, the corporate meeting went well. And I am actually in touch with the people who, I believe, just answer to the CEO, right? So people who are right at the top, in charge of a department of the company and in charge of the sub-department. So one of them answers to the one person that I was talking to, and then that one answers to the CEO. I think that's how it is. Now, that's all good. Well, I am, pitching an idea that will bring some changes, and I believe a breath of fresh air in the way something is happening. I know. I can't talk about it yet. But you know what? I'm very... I feel good about it, that it's going to happen. So it better happen. Ooh. So I am so interested, so motivated to make that thing happen that I did tell them that I'm going to be very flexible with any negotiations, as long as it's fair, right? And I think, it's a good idea to have because I'm asking them to do something that's risky, obviously. Any kind of investment is risky. So I'll be asking them to, let's do like a little small, test, and let's see how I deliver and how it goes, and then we can expand. I feel the same way with hiring people. So I've tried to hire people, and once I had to fire someone, and that's not a good experience. So when it comes to hiring people, I think it's better to first work with them. Hold on, I need something. Okay, these things. On a, you know, just for a project. So then the project will end, and then you know if you should hire them for the next project. That's better than, sorry, I need to talk to you, you know, you're fired or your services are no longer needed. But if, you know, if you tell someone, I need you for 2 weeks, right? That's it. Even if they don't perform well, unless it's catastrophic, you can, you know, somehow tolerate the 2 weeks, and then it ends, right? And then for the next project, you hire someone else, right? By grace, I'm saved. New viewer, so welcome to the channel. But I am confused about the crown that says number 1. What do those crowns mean? I thought that was like whoever comments most, I guess. I don't know. Oh yeah, you did say hello before. Sorry, I missed that. Okay. So when sanding the frets, would metal particles be an issue, right? It's a typo for the pickups. No, they are not magnetic. So this is brass with nickel added to it. So nickel does work with magnets, but I think the percentage of nickel is so small. I mean, I have a magnet here. Oh, now I have the fret shield, but the fret shield is slightly magnetic. So we'll test afterwards. Oh, this guitar has strings. Okay, so that wouldn't work. But I have a whole bunch of frets here. Where are they? Oh, you're making me move my chair? Okay, I'll do it for you. Because you are new to the channel, I believe, right? So I'll do it for you. So stainless steel frets might be magnetic. It depends which alloy. So stainless steel isn't just one type of metal alloy, right? It's a group, you know, so you have different types of stainless steel. So here, doctor, we have frets that I pulled out of other guitars. Sometimes I put them like this in a separate bag, refer to them separate, you know, for whatever reason I might think, whatever. But here, bunch of frets, and here I have a strong magnet. You see? Oh, look at that. So this one is magnetic. And these are magnetic. I didn't even know that. So these must be but usually no. Interesting, this one is magnetic. I wonder which guitar they came off of. Are they stainless steel? Oh, look at that. I didn't know I had this here. Magnetic? Yeah. Okay, so here we have a bunch of frets that are magnetic, stainless steel, obviously. But like I said, not every type of stainless steel is magnetic. So I think I just pulled out all of them, I guess. So, you know what? Now that you mention it, I think, you know, you have a good point. So, I think good practice would be to go over the frets with a magnet first, like this one sticks. Here we have them. right? So these are magnetic frets. So you have a good point, doctor. I didn't even think of this before. So the answer to your question is yes, if they are magnetic. We don't want to get these particles in the pickups. See, that's another benefit of this community, right? I don't know everything. I can't think of everything. I never make that claim. I just have a YouTube channel. Which doesn't make anyone an expert. Or, you know, I don't think that someone with a YouTube channel, you know, knows everything just because they have a YouTube channel. But here, so I'm going to separate these. I'm going to put them in this little box for now. So, yes. So let's think about that. So the procedure from now on is going to be take a magnet, check the frets. Now, you have a steel truss rod going through, so the magnet is always going to stick to the middle. You see how it sticks? Well, that's because of the truss rod. But at the sides, see, now it's kind of sticking to the stainless steel. Okay, so it's mildly magnetic. Oh, but I can do this. Oh, the bolts are here. Okay, you see? So you need to try it, test it before. But so here, there are no bolts here. It's not magnetic. I learned something new. Always test the frets. There you go. Thank you, doctor. Thank you. I'll be teaching this from now on, and I'll tell them that I thought of it. So I'm going to have to make this live stream private, so, you know, there's no evidence that this happened. I just realized I forgot to put the links to this in the description. I will add them. I think some new message came in here. So Dr. Buddy Davis says, glad to hear your progress in answer to my question. Enjoy the coffee. Oh, you bought me a coffee too. Oh, thank you. By grace I am saved says, thank you. I really learning and watching. I really enjoy learning and watching. Okay, there was something covering the text. Well, thank you. I always think of these things as a community and collaboration. There's no reason to keep secrets for something like this. First of all, if I don't talk about whatever this, what tool I'm using or whatever, somebody else on YouTube, I'm sure is anyway, right? I didn't invent this anyway. I'm not worried that I'm not going to have enough work just because I tell people how it's done. And I think knowledge should be passed on anyway. And check this out. Because of this open source mentality that I embrace, one of the viewers, so his name is Kevin, reached out to me about the 3D scanning that I'm doing and asked me very politely if I wouldn't mind perhaps maybe sending him a 3D scan of a fingerboard so he can do some experiments on his own. And I said, you can have all the scans I have, no problem, right? And I explained to him how I feel about these things, what I'm explaining now. So we did a WeTransfer. It turns out he's a retired scientist. He's a retired astronomer. And he did some impressive things with those 3D scans. I'll show you. And he's going to teach me how he did it. And I'll be able to use it. I'll be able to share in the videos, obviously with credit to him. And we might even develop something together now. Now we're collaborating. So this wouldn't have happened without the open source mentality. And these aren't trade secrets like new patents or, well, patents, you can look them up, right? But some kind of secret technology or something that's being developed that, I mean, I can understand why you would keep something like that a secret, right? You know, spend money with the research and development of a new thing that you are developing. You can't share the details, obviously. But, you know, polishing frets, at the end, it's just manual labor. And I actually want people to do things the right way. Not that I do everything the right way, but that helps the whole business. I talked about this before, using the analogy, you know, when people don't trust doctors anymore. Yeah, doctors, I don't trust them. Yeah, well, that's not good for doctors, right? Or for the medical establishment, that people feel that way. So I want people to say, yeah, I trust guitar repair technicians. You know, they're amazing. That's what I want. That helps me ultimately anyway. And like I said, just because people know how it's done, that doesn't mean they're going to go buy a whole bunch of tools. And I mean, they can if they want to. It doesn't affect many technicians. I don't think so. Yeah, I think also just keeping secrets like this is no longer the time in this day and age. Open source is a thing. So I wanted to sign up for a piece of software that was supposed to be free. Oh, long story, right? So I'm right now currently really seriously working on developing, on further developing, elevating the content that I'm creating. And I mentioned this before, I'm going to be working with someone, 99% certainty. So I'm going to help her with her content, and she's going to help me with my content. So I signed up for a course that really overpromised, and I already see that it's under-delivering. But they have a 14-day money guarantee, money back. And I already looked on their website. I don't see where you click to get the money back, but, you know, I'll figure this out. But anyway, so the claim was to make these Instagram videos, really fancy editing and everything, on a free app. And the guy said the name of the app. It was something. Okay. So I signed up for the course, and the first thing it says, download the app, which I did. It's free. And now I start watching the tutorials. And he's using another app, which he says in the tutorials that it's free. Okay. So I go to the App Store. Well, the mobile version isn't free anymore. And the desktop version, there's a free version, but I read the comments, the reviews. And they are mixed reviews, but the bad reviews are really saying, you know, how that company who released this app, editing app, has sneaky tactics to make you pay for things even when you download the free app. And that at the end, you can do all that in Final Cut Pro or DaVinci Resolve, which I already have both of them. So I specifically signed up for that course so that I could do editing on mobile, on the phone, on the mobile device, without having to transfer the videos to the computer and do it there. But it turns out that that app for the mobile device isn't free for the mobile device. And the app that he mentioned in his ads on Instagram, I mean, he's not using it. I don't even see what it does. So when I open it, it just has links to the course that I paid for. Nothing more. So I was under the impression that, you know, it's his app because it kind of says that, and that's the editing app, but it isn't. So why am I talking about this? I wanted to link it to my thoughts. We were talking about open source. Now that's going to bother me. I forgot why I got into this. No, we were talking about collaborating with the other content creator. Okay, so I want to obviously improve my own videos, or they call reels, on Instagram. So I want to be able to do some editing, spice them up a little bit, and I can see that my new future 99% with 99% certainty collaborator would benefit from it as well. So I'm going to propose to her some joint learning sessions. We need to learn this together, right? And you know, learn how to use, well, we can't use that app. I don't want to pay a subscription. So we're going to have to use the computer, I guess, unless she wants to pay for a subscription on her phone. You know, that's up to her. I don't know. Yeah. So I still don't know why I was talking about this, but I guess what I was getting at is collaboration is a good thing when people can communicate well and do things that benefit the other person. It's like anything, you know, if you hold on, there's a mosquito here. And where's my zapper? I need to kill the mosquito. Where's the zapper? See the zapper. Hold on, hold on, hold on. The mosquito is right there by the pickup. Okay. Oh, come on. Oh, I got him. Right there. What I like to do is I like to show you the beast. Where's the focus? Oh. Okay, here we go. That's the mosquito. Now we push the button. I think it's dead. Sometimes you can see them fry. Oh. Yeah, I don't think I need to worry about this mosquito anymore. Oh yeah, it's fried. Better keep this here, because you never know. Mosquitoes like me a lot. They love me, actually. It's, you know, it's actually a love-hate relationship. Yeah. But they love me. They come to me all the time. What can I tell you? I think most of them end up being disappointed, like this one. Oh, I didn't mean any harm. I just came for a little snack. So, I wanna fix two things on my channel. One thing is I don't have enough of a female audience. I don't know why. Maybe the content isn't being suggested to female audiences. I mean, there are a lot of female guitar players, right? Even techs. So, I don't know why. So, because the collaborator, my 99% certainty collaborator, is female, I want to talk to her to explore strategies to attract a female audience. Okay? All right, so maybe that'll work. And the other thing is audience retention. So I think you know where this is going. The vast majority of people who leave the video leave in the first 5 to 30 seconds. So I tried everything. I think this battery is getting drained. I've tried everything. Everything that the YouTube gurus are recommending, you know. So what they say is, you got to show the people the goods in the first 5 seconds. Well, I've been doing that, you know, so, you know, you got to repeat what's on the thumbnail and the title. Okay? I'm doing that. So why do people even click if they don't want to, let's say, see a Gibson Les Paul review? So then I show them that in the first 5 seconds. It's not working. And I know you don't see that, but I see that in my stats. So, since most of my audience are men, maybe when they see a female instead of me, maybe that'll catch their interest, you know, to watch through the intro. And I've had this idea for a while. I think I just found the right person, that's all. And I'm really excited about that because I think it's going to make a difference for the channel. Because I'm really, to be honest, frustrated that I've invested so much into all this, and I only got, what, 7,500 subscribers on the main channel. But unboxing videos, they have tens of thousands of subscribers. It's like, and this channel is different, right? This is just a live streaming channel. So I know that this is a different viewing experience, which is why I keep it separate. I don't want to put all these live streams on my main channel, because they're going to bury all of the videos. Okay, your questions. Oh, I can clean the frets, and I can read the questions, I think. Okay, where metal particles. Enjoy the coffee. Thank you so much. And then thank you. I really enjoyed learning and watching. Of course, yeah. I think this is a new viewer. Rock Dog's Guitar Grotto. I agree. I'm a guitar tech near Chicago. I was just in Chicago, and encourage my clients to watch me work on their guitars. I'm grateful for all of my mentors who taught me. That's the spirit. That's the spirit. That's how I feel. Knowledge needs to be passed on to, well, not necessarily younger generations. Sometimes older people want to get into something. So, needs to be passed on, period. And that benefits society. And so what if somebody else knows how to polish frets? I mean, come on. You can ask any jeweler how to do this. I watched jewelry polishing videos on YouTube. Well, the buffing compounds I'm using are jewelry polishers, I believe. So I want to do something that I once already did on this channel. I'm going to make an Instagram. Not an Instagram. Well, I did that as well. Where's my phone? Oh, here. Yeah. So I'm going to have to disconnect from YouTube for a moment. And here's my mirroring screen. Let's turn it on. No, not yet. I need to do something first. So I need to log on to my account. For Buy Me a Coffee. Because there's some coffees there, apparently. I received an email somebody bought. Let me see. 5 coffees. And I got your email too, buddy Davey. Thank you. So let's record this. Okay, so coffee. Coffee. Buy me a coffee. There you go. And launch. It's going. It's opening Safari. Now I gotta log in. It's a multi-step process. I guess that's good. So that no one can drink my coffees. Okay, let's have a look. All right, so Buddy Davy, enjoying your videos as usual. I'm getting things together for my holiday to Austria, traveling from Scotland on Tuesday to Netherlands for an overnight stay, then to Austria, which will be my base for 5 days, whilst visiting Switzerland for 2 legendary train journeys plus a day in Germany. Great. I wish I could do that this year. Usually I do go to Europe, but yeah. Okay, so how should we do this? I'm going to put a background there. Hold on. Let's do it this way. Yeah, okay, cool. Let's see. Oh, now I have, yeah, now I have the mirroring screen. So let me turn this on. And, oh yeah, not the camera. So reply. And then, okay, let me turn off YouTube because it's overlapping. And then mirroring. Okay, I'm still learning this, which means I'm going to be able to see everything here, yeah? Including the buy me a coffee thing, I guess. Reply. Okay, reply with video. Request permission to... Oh, but then I can't switch the camera. Not for the buy me a coffee recording. Okay. But I can still see both. See? Okay, so it's mirroring. But, so the buy me a coffee website has an automatic reply with video thing. And I guess it just automatically selects the front camera, which is not the good one. So I want to get a shot like this to make it more interesting, where you see, yeah, the monitor as well. 2, 3, 1. Hey, doctor. That's you. Thank you very much for the coffee. As you can see, I'm working. So, I don't know, something. Oh, I got to get back to work. Thank you. Bye-bye. All right. So sometimes these don't record well, so I got to check the recording. Oh, I got to turn off the mirroring. Oh, no, you see? It didn't record well. I got to record another one. It's all pixelated. Look, I'll show you. You see? You see that? Okay, glitches. All right, so let me turn off the mirroring. I don't know if that had anything to do with it. Stop mirroring. So now I can turn this off. Let's do it again. I can redo it. I can delete this one. Reply with video. I just want to show the monitor as well. Hey, doctor. So we are doing a live stream now. You're watching me as we speak. I can show you. So this is what I see over there. This is how I establish eye contact. The teleprompter. So thank you very much for the coffees. I guess I better get back to work. Thank you. Bye-bye. Okay, so now let's replay. Let's see. Where's the sound? No sound? Hold on. What's wrong? This was a good video. So we are doing a live stream now. You're watching me as we speak. I can show you. So this is what I see. Did you see that glitch? So thank you very much for the coffees. I think we got to redo it. All right. So this is what I noticed when I do this. Sometimes it's like that. I wonder if I can record it. No, it's just asking for permission for the camera and mic. I don't think I can pre-record it. No, there's no way. All right. Third time, take 3. Hey, doctor, we're live streaming here, and we are talking, and I can see, no, you can see me, but this is how we are establishing eye contact through the teleprompter. And thank you so much for the coffee, and I better get back to work. Thank you, bye. Okay, let's hope, huh? What do you think? Hey, doctor, we're live streaming here, and we are talking, and I can see, no, you can see me, but this is... Did you see that? It bothers me. We got to do one more. Okay, thank you guys for your patience. Hey, doctor, thank you very much for the coffee. We are live on YouTube. YouTube, Guitar Quackery Live. This is what I see. And I wish it was, yeah, it is focusing now. Yeah, so this is how I establish eye contact with you. And thank you very much for the coffees and coffee, and I'll see you soon. Bye. Okay. Will it work? Hey, doctor. Thank you very much for the coffee. We are live on YouTube. YouTube, Guitar Quackery Live. Was there a glitch at the beginning? Let's try again. Hey, doctor. Thank you very much for the coffee. We are live on YouTube. YouTube, Guitar Quackery Live. This is what I see. And I wish it was, yeah, it is focusing now. Yeah, so this is how I establish eye contact with you. And thank you very much for the coffees and coffee, and I'll see you soon. Bye. I think this one's good. It's a keeper. And I got to type something and type on the computer. And then copy and paste. I'm better at typing on the computer, just like anyone else. I'm only human. Okay? I'm just going to copy and paste. Copy. Paste. Done. Send. Okay, it's been sent. Now, I'm going to record one more. But this one, a little different, I guess. Doctor, thank you so much for the coffees. It's going to keep me up. No, that's not good. Restart. Well, let me think what to say. Well, I do need to do some editing tonight. So how about that? Hey, doctor, thank you very much for the coffees. It turns out I do need to do some editing tonight after I finish working on this. I am actually streaming right now, live on YouTube on Guitar Quackery Live. And then I'll head over home. Maybe I'll brew a coffee to keep me up as I'm editing. Or maybe tomorrow morning. Thank you. All right, so let's hope that this one recorded without glitches. And I'm sorry, guys, to make you wait. Hey, doctor, thank you very much for the coffees. It turns out I do need to do some editing tonight after I finish working on this. I am actually streaming right now, live on YouTube on Guitar Quackery Live. And then I'll head over home. Maybe I'll brew a coffee to keep me up as I'm editing. Or maybe tomorrow morning. Thank you. Yeah, this one's good. And a little note. Sorry. Okay. Copy and paste. Okay, and then I need to continue with my work. Done. Send. It's sending it. Okay, so that's the Buy Me a Coffee page. Okay. All right, back to work. So I got to put YouTube back on so I can see your comments and change my screen to multi-view. And multi-view. Oh, now I got to turn off the volume. Let's see. Any new comments? Santa, yeah, thank you. Joined. Oh, yeah, okay. By Grace I'm Saved says, yeah, that is strange. The video keeps glitching. That's what happens very often. Yeah, fourth time was a charm. It was this time, thankfully. And I just need to change something on my computer here. Bear with me, please. Thank you. All right. 9 people watching. I still can't see the comments on the computer. But I think this works. I think this is a good thing, the way it works. And the monkey is still here. The monkey I showed you at the beginning. Well, I did seem... It seems like I lost my audience for a few minutes there. And then regained the audience after the nonsense with the Buy Me a Coffee glitches. Yeah, because people obviously clicked on the thumbnail to watch me work, not to watch me record videos. Vertical format videos. You know what's funny? I really never liked the vertical format videos. But now I started posting on Instagram, and for the first time, started watching some posts by other people, obviously. And some people do real creative things with the vertical format. So it's growing on me. And I have some ideas how to, you know, do interesting things with the vertical format. It's going to take a lot of work, and there's a learning curve. Ooh. Okay, so let's see how it goes. Time management is always a challenge for me. And I bought a whole bunch of gear already, which I'm trying not to spend too much money on gear, but it just never seems to end. I bought a new gimbal. And I already have three gimbals. But I bought a gimbal for the phone. Now one of my gimbals, actually two of them, do work with the phone. But they are really made for the camera. And so this is one of them. So you can put like a phone adapter on it. And I just don't like to convert things. This is now set up for my camera. I have the camera there. And if I need to use it, this is what I use to record the intros to my videos on the main channel. I put this on a stand outside and I stand in front usually. Sometimes I walk around. Sometimes I put on something, But anyway, this is what I use. And I don't want to be converting it, just to be able to use the phone. So I decided to buy a gimbal that's only made for the phone. And it seems to be really good, fantastic, by the same company. Both of them have AI auto tracking. So there's a little camera there that can see me, and I can set it up so that the gimbal tracks my face automatically. So that's what I need for some shots. So the one that's for the phone isn't any smaller than this. Because I bought there's many different gimbals by different companies for the phone. And the one I bought is the most advanced one. So, yeah. It wasn't that expensive, I think like $300, but still $300. And then that screen that I bought for mirroring, which I'm going to attach to the gimbal, and other things I had to buy. I don't want to think about it. Oh, and I bought a gift. Oh yeah, and now you know it's behind me. I talked about the gift last time during the live stream. It's a housewarming gift for my new collaborator. It's nothing fancy. Yeah. So hopefully I'll be able to spend more time working on videos. And the way I want to build the main channel is I already started like a membership thing. But right now, if anyone signs up for the membership, they don't get much bang for their buck, admittedly. So I want to have eventually a whole bunch of exclusive content. And also I want the first tier members to be able to see the videos in pre-release format. So some videos will stay in pre-release format for, just like up to a week or so. Let's say if it's a guitar review, right? But if it's something more substantial than a guitar review, I would want to keep them in pre-release format for 6 months or a year, between 6 months and a year, just to give those viewers value for, for supporting the channel, obviously. Because I feel there's already enough videos on the channel for non-paying subscribers to watch. That's the plan. And, for non-paying subscribers, there will always be videos released, like after a week or so. So they can wait a week and they'll see the video. Something's happening there. And this channel is almost monetized. Last time I looked, can I see it here? There were 485 or 86 subscribers. 486, I believe. It doesn't even say here on the app. Okay. Oh, maybe I need to switch to the other app. Hold on, where is it? 486. Let me refresh. 488. Look at that. Okay. We are 12 subscribers short of 500. Because what happens when it's 500? I can partially monetize the channel. But I need 1,000 subscribers to be able to fully monetize so that the replays play with ads. And I think ads only pay if people don't skip them. I believe so. Which sucks, but you know. I'm going to check my text messages because my phone is silenced. So the owner of the base is watching. That's great. So he texted me. And this is what we're doing to your base. Polishing and buffing. Now we're buffing. So you probably watched the beginning when I leveled off the frets. And now I'm buffing the frets. They're gonna have that mirror shine. Yeah, I'm gonna try to keep everything fair, you know, with the membership thing, so that people can still enjoy the content. It'll be like no big deal, right? For most videos, it's gonna be just a week later or just a few days later, for, you know, for the general public. But some of them I do want to keep in pre-release format for a longer time. Like I said, is to give those supporters more bang for their buck. My videos take a long time to produce. Yeah. So I was going to release a video about Gibson warranty because I had 2 recordings already. I almost edited the whole thing. I almost finished and published. And then on that day, I saw that I was not going to be able to publish. So I published like a news and announcement video on the main channel. I said, okay, I'm not going to be able to do this. And, you know, let's upload something because the algorithm doesn't like that you don't upload, right? And I did that. And obviously that video didn't get many views, but at least, you know, I'm keeping the channel active. But then what happened was 2 or 3 days later, a customer brought in a Gibson and she had a not a good experience with the warranty thing. So now I want to include that as well. And yeah, because the other 2 warranty experiences were good, you know, happy endings. but this one isn't. So I think if you, I don't know who's watching now, but I'm going to say you know me, I just report what I see. You know, I don't like to sanitize and filter things. So this is what happened, and this is what I'm going to report. I have some thoughts about why this last thing didn't happen properly, right? They should have approved a warranty claim on that one. Actually, the guitar already appeared once on the Guitar Quackery channel. It's the Gibson guitar with the fractured and broken fret nibs. Yeah, so you might have seen the guitar already. And she tried to deal with Gibson directly, well, without me. I think, I don't know if the outcome would have been different if we had prepped better. I don't know, right? But it wasn't a good. Now, since you're watching here, I'm going to tell you a little bit about it. So they made her pay for shipping, and she had to buy a box and everything after she sent detailed pictures of the problem. Broken guitar nibs, okay, from the wood, the fingerboard wood shrinking, and the frets then end up pushing the nibs and they break off. So to me, that's a lifetime warranty thing, right? But they did not approve it. Now, not only that they did not approve it, they made her go through this whole ordeal. They could have already told her, we're not going to approve that. Don't send the guitar. So that. And then the guitar came back completely messed up and unplayable. So she brought it in actually for a setup. So now she's going to pay me for the setup. I mean, I'm not going to give her a discount because of some, you know, I'm not, I mean, I feel for her, but, you know, every guitar that goes on this bench needs to make profit. So that's how a business operates. I cannot give her a discount just because it's somebody else's fault. I've been tangled up with things like this many times, you know, where I end up spending a lot of time talking to customers about why their guitars don't work because they were not made properly, basically. And when I spend a lot of time talking, that's the time I could be polishing frets, for example. And because I do pay rent here, I am paying rent to talk to you, if I talk to you, and if I stop working. So I'm paying to talk to you. I mean, you, customer. So I can't do that. I wonder if I should remove the neck to clean the edge. I don't think so. So I'm cleaning off the buffing compounds from the fretboard, especially from the edges. Okay, it's already almost clean. inhale this. You know, I don't want to touch it with my bare hands. You see? I'm not talking about the buffing compound. I'm talking about the toxic chemical. It works well, but it is toxic and flammable and volatile, which is why I then put this outside. One day, maybe with my own guitar, I will do this like that. Okay. Or if a customer really wants me to do it with their guitar, so do this. This is flammable, and then just light a match, and whew, it's not going to hurt the guitar. Should we do it now? Yeah. Yeah, I'll make a good video. I'll do, you know, I have guitars that I don't really care for. Oh, speaking of guitars I don't really care for, I'll be doing one giveaway after I finish some work, right? So, well, it's August 30th, so in September, obviously. Maybe the end of September, I don't know. I gotta finish some other work first, priorities. But I got a whole bunch of guitars in the storage, little storage space that I really need to. Some of them are good. Yeah. Maybe I'll give away one of those good ones. Didn't I just give away? Oh yeah, I did give away a guitar. I even live streamed the giveaway. Maybe you watched that one. I'm just tightening the bushings, ferrules, whatever they're called. The tuner bushings. Okay. And there's a screw that I know is loose. At least one of them. But I'll check all of them. Yeah, just a little bit. Tuning stability, right? Cannot be achieved with loose tuning pegs. Okay. Time for oiling. How late do I want to stay tonight? Good question. I haven't decided yet. But I am going to finish this bad boy. Yeah. So let's look at the frets. So I didn't level them, right? So we want to see how level they are. So we're looking at the reflection. Oh, one straight line. I mean, it's a curved line, right? It's going over a radius, but it's not zigzagging. Not too much, right? No, that's good. That's good. Those are good frets. What we don't want to see is the line, right, which is made out of individual little reflections going like this across. You want all of them to go like this and back, all of the reflections, right? You don't want the reflections to go like this across. When you see that, you know that you have wavy frets. I know I explained this already a few times, but, you know, I'm explaining it again for the new audience. Never put too much oil on the fretboard or fingerboard, And hold on. You're leaving? Excellent. So, okay. So thank you very much. Yeah. I'll see you, what, next? You only here on Saturdays? Or? Oh, okay. So then I'll be seeing you. Okay. See you. Bye-bye. Yeah. So these are the good people who work for the studio, music makers. So for all of you who are new here, I just rent this space. This is a rehearsal studio. The guitars are rentals for the rehearsal studio. They're nothing to do with me. And hold on, he came back. And yeah, so their schedules change all the time, right? So that's why I was asking if he's only here on Saturdays. But it looks like they gave him a few extra days. Hold on, did he come back? Hello? Thought I heard something. Yeah. Good kids. There was only one person here that was working that was difficult for a while. I thought that maybe this person just had some things to, going through something of something of that nature. That's how I interpret it. I don't want to tell you much. Obviously, it's private. I don't want to tell you a name, but and this didn't affect me really. But still, it was. I did have interactions, so yeah, it happens. I hope that things worked out for that person. What am I looking for? This. So yes, so for the Instagram videos, not so much for my videos, but for the videos that I'll be helping my collaborator. I want to learn fancy editing on, well, I was hoping on the phone, but it seems like it's not possible without the paid version of the app. Or without a paid app, there's no free version for the phone. Yeah, like fancy transitions and things like that. So that will suit that other content creator better than me. I might do some, but not too many. So let me show you what I'm doing here. I'm going to remove this ugly thing that sticks out from underneath. That's just so annoying that they can't remove this thing at the factory. That we need to deal with this nonsense. So I'm going to loosen this so I can pull it out. And Fender does that all the time, obviously. hold on to. It's the protective film, which it should just be used during the manufacturing. Then they should remove it, install it, and that's it. But I guess it's an extra step in the manufacturing, and I have a feeling that they are penny pinching. Okay. Look at that. There you go. This thing. Okay, so now when you screw it back on, you need to hold the shaft. So I go all the way counterclockwise so that I can hold the shaft while I'm doing this. And I can't really hold it. So if it's a knurled thing, it is a knurled thing. And this has a screw and it's knurled. Yeah, look at that. So I can hold it like that, lift it a little bit, and yeah, and now tighten it, okay? And here I can screw it back. So where's this one? This one's here. So the other way you can hold it is with a flat screwdriver. And this one, I'm going to need to hold it like that because it seems like it wants to turn. Okay, now it's loose. Like that. Yeah, we can't have that. This one's good, but this one isn't. I don't think I've ever seen a knurled, what is it called? Not cap. What is this thing called again? Knob. A knurled knob that also has a screw on the side. Okay. Now we don't have that stuff protruding. And put them back. Okay. We clean it, we string it, we do the setup. So the setup isn't far off. We were going to change the pickups, But it turns out that the pickups that the customer brought did not fit. So it can still be done, but it just becomes a different project. So here are the pickups that EMGs that the customer brought. Slightly different size, and the wiring is completely different. So these were for the solderless connections, and I got to figure out which one of the leads, there's like 4 or 5 of them coming out of the pickups, is connecting to what. So more work. So the customer decided to opt out of that one. So we're keeping the original pickups. So blue label Sadowski strings are going to go on this bass. If the camera cooperates, yeah, I don't know. Sometimes it focuses and sometimes not. There you go. Okay. 9 people watching. Yeah, I'm not able to get a lot of viewers. I don't know why, to be honest. Maybe because I'm not a scheduled live stream. Probably, right? So I want to do the Ask a Tech series. Eventually, to be scheduled, if possible. You see, the problem is it happens in the middle of my workday. So if people book an appointment, I mean, I can't tell them not to book an appointment. Let's say if I pick, I don't know, Thursday, 6 p.m. after work. Well, that's also when people are more likely to book appointments, right? After work. And I can't tell people not to book an appointment because I'm doing a live stream. That would be counterproductive for a business. And I mean, it's just the middle of my workday. I don't know how the other people are doing their live streams. I would imagine if they have jobs, it would be after work. So they know that they're free. But this is my situation. So we're going to need an Allen key. I'm just going to guess the size. Too small. Yep. 1.5. So the next one is 2 millimeters, and it's too big. Exactly. .5. All right. So here it is when we need it. Okay. Let's string it up. I might as well remove the trusswork cover now. We're going to need to remove it anyway. So what I do to make sure I don't forget is, when possible, but now it isn't possible to put it here unless I put it sideways. I can do it this way, sideways. This way, if I do forget to reinstall it, at least it doesn't get separated from the guitar, from the bass. Because typically, guitar techs have collections of these, and also collections of these from the Strat, or whatever guitar has this on the back. I hate these things. I'm tired. I don't think I'll be staying late tonight. I think this will be my last live stream. And you know what? I want to take a moment to check my... Oh, look, someone called. Let me see. And let me see. Unknown number. Well, so I just do a copy and paste anyway. I don't answer the phone anyway. It says 2 calls. But I only see 1. Copy and paste. And most people don't respond to that. So that's kind of, for me, filtering. Copy. And go here. Message. Paste. Yeah, if someone can't respond to this, maybe we're not a match. A good match. And I'll check Instagram. Okay, so 2 hearts and 3 new subscribers. Let me see. Liked your story. Aha. I plugged in a story for someone in particular with a message that only one person would understand. And I said, if you know that you are that person, just text me. So that person liked the video, but I haven't received a text message yet. I wonder if I will. Because they might be thinking, oh, is it what I'm thinking, or could be not, right? So there's you know how you can have an inside joke, I guess. This isn't a joke, by the way, but I think that I included enough of a hint in my script to make only one person think, oh, is this for me? There's not a mosquito here. See, I told you they love me. Look at that. This one just exploded. It already fell down. Oh, it smells like I love the smell of burnt mosquitoes. So, I don't know if you've seen the video, but it's a video that says this message, I didn't even say video, is for one person only. And it could be you, or maybe not, right? Because the odds are it's not you, right? Because it's only for one person. But, and then I said I'm learning some iPhone camera tricks. And I did one of those where I'm holding it like this, and I grab it like this, rotate it like that. And I said, if you think that that person is you, or if you know that that person is you, just text me. So that person did like the video. I got a like. So now I want to see if I'll get the text message. It's amusing, okay? We can't take everything seriously. And some people liked this video. It doesn't give me a list of people. It just says, wow, a long name and others. A long name that you can't even pronounce. ALUBHAJI.WAV. And then I don't know if this is the same person, _YS1D9N. Okay. Oh, and someone I just met started following me. I didn't meet him in person. I just spoke to him with FaceTime because he was at my best friend's house. I spoke with my best friend. I said, "Hey, who's there over there?" And just wanted to meet him. Said hello, and now he started following me. Interesting. And there was also a dog there, so there's a picture of him with the dog. Okay, so let's see if I get the text message before the end of this live stream. I'd be really curious to know. So there are two hidden messages in my live stream. Not live stream. Whatchamacallit. Yeah. I'm tired. Reel. Instagram Reel. But now let's talk about business here. Yeah, two hidden messages. One hidden message is you got to figure out who you are. And the other hidden message is you got to know what I'm telling you. And that one is a little less, well, no, it should actually be just as obvious for someone who knows what I'm trying to say. It's something to do with business, okay? I can tell you that much. So, and there aren't many words in that post. So, it took me a little, just a little time to figure this out. Yeah, how to post. But I just had a idea that just got burst in my mind, into my mind, and it all came together quickly. I said, yeah, let's do that. Okay, so now I want to show you a trick. Okay. So I'm trying to decide where to cut the string. Now, it's, usually a kind of good practice to cut it like that. We need to watch the break angle here and how far down it's going to go or far up, right? So how many winds? Because look what happens to the string. Now it's loose, and you can see this effect even more when it's loose. Do you see how it's lifting the string? So we don't want to have too many winds. When you have too many winds, it pushes the string down, and then you have this arching, especially on the E string, because it's thick and because of the proximity of the tuning post. So if this tuning post was there, this wouldn't matter. But because it's close to the nut, this matters, as you can see here. So this even happens at full tension. And then how do you cut the nut, right? Because it affects the height of the string in first position. So we don't want to put too many winds. So if we look at the tuner, we kind of want to end up like that, which means, let me grab something. It's a split shaft, right? With the split shaft ending up like that. Maybe, right? Hold on, let me think. Yeah, so we want to start from here, one turn, and only one more turn, and only once underneath. That's it. So how do you determine that? Well, it depends on the thickness of the string. It's not going to be the same for every string thickness. So I've never worked with these strings before. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to cut this like this here. Put it inside, okay? And like I said, we want to start like this. And this we use for measuring, okay? Measuring up. So now, let's mark it off. So this is where we want the takeoff point. So now this is not at full string tension, and I know that. So it's going to end up turning it a little more, right? When we do it, you know, for real. But now I just did that. And now we're going to straighten this and take a measurement. So my mark with the black magic marker is here. Now when I straighten this, I'll show you. You want it to be fairly straight. Like that. So look at that. So here, so this is where we're cutting it. You see that? Okay. So now what we do is we obviously need to place the ball end of the string in its place at this tension, right? I'm kind of pulling it. And I'm going to cut it here. Now, I could have guessed that that's the right distance. Like I said before, this is usually right, but I just double checked. So now I cut it, and now I know that this is going to work out like that. So we go under, and now I got to readjust the string on the base because it came out of that saddle. Just bear with me. Okay. Now bass strings are expensive, right? You don't mess up a bass string. And now I know that this is going to go past that, right? Because now we're doing it at full tension, right? But, you know, not too much. Okay, now I can't really tune it, and that's because the neck has a little bit of a back bow because now it only has one string on. Now for the A string, I don't need to worry about it too much. And I want to put YouTube back on to see if there's comments. No more comments. No new comments. I want to check my text messages in a minute. Well, that person might be watching me now. I don't know. Okay, and now I'm estimating on this one. I'm going to have kind of the same number of turns. So there's a couple of ways to measure that. You can do it like this, then pull it back, and then cut it here. Or you can just kind of estimate it. Right? Same thing. I'm going to have the same number of turns on this one. But it isn't critical on this one because if I push down here, you see, it doesn't affect the string past the nut. So we're good on this one. So those are the tips that you clearly I share with publicly during the live streams for those of you who take the time to watch through the live streams. And those are the tips that I will include, the same tips, right, on the main channel, which I guess I'm going to keep for the paid members. Because, like I said, I don't keep secrets here anyway. It twisted the string there. That's better. And this one is not positioned properly either. Okay, cool. Now it is. I always string it above the knot, and then I drop it in, and when it's time to tighten it, then it does cross the knot, obviously. Now, on this string, so if we check this out, right, because it's a thin string, we don't get much of this arching because the string here between the tuning post and the nut is more flexible, right? It's thinner than this one. This one is thick. So I don't need to really worry about half an extra turn or whatever. So I'm just going to do the same exact thing. Now, this one is thinner than this, the part of the string that gets wound. So the results aren't exactly the same. See, so I'm keeping the string away from the nut until I really need to drop it. Okay? And we have one more. And here, I see why am I losing YouTube? Why is it? Okay. And on this one, same thing. So I can do this and then measure it against that and cut it over here. So I can just hold it. That's it. And I guess another way to do it is if you just have the string completely loose like this. So now that we've cut it in the right place, so we can just insert inside, do one of those, turn it around a couple of times. Okay, so it's completely loose, right? And now here, well, it's too tight now. I'm just showing different ways of possibly putting the string on. Just a little more. I see, you don't gain anything by doing it this way. Okay, so now it goes behind the saddle, which I know you can't see unless I move the base like this. So it goes behind the saddle. Okay, and now I hold it above the nut. Until it's really tight. And now I drop it in. So it is my opinion that truss rods on long necks are gonna have to be adjusted more frequently than truss rods on short necks, like a mandolin, right? Or a bass, yeah, because a little discrepancy is gonna be felt on the action, right? And that truss rod isn't how you adjust the action, but it does affect the action, right? That's something that I have to point out. So the first string went out of tune a little bit because the other strings pulled the neck, obviously, right? Dr. Aficionado says, hey, I'm back. Hello, Jeffrey. And the sure thing express, I don't know how to pronounce it, doctor. I recently restrung my Strat and high E is sitaring. Never did before. Not in a settle or clean. Could it be a bad string? So high E, right? All the way, the ball end is seated in the tremolo. So is it sitaring only on the open string, or is it sitaring even on a fretted note? Can you tell me that? Then we'll talk more. So what I'm getting at is if you hear a sitar buzz when the string is open and you fret it and there's no more sitar buzz, right? That means this is where it was happening. But if you hear a sitar buzz, even when you fret it, that means it's not happening there. It's happening at the saddle. So if you could please let me know so we know if it's the saddle or the nut. So what I was getting at was, so a bass neck needs to settle a little bit. And it's a good idea to just let it do its thing overnight and then finish the setup later, next day. Which, oh yeah, these are active pickups, yeah. Went out of tune. So, yeah, because I don't want to go crazy hours today, I actually want to do some editing at home. And I'm going to let it sit overnight. It's going to be better that way. Just open. So it must be the nut. So the sitar buzz happens for a couple of reasons on the open string. It could be that the string is moving inside of the nut slot, right? That's one possibility. So when let me see. So this is like an old plastic nut, whatever. So let's say, focus, all right. This is a properly shaped string slot right there, right? Kind of, actually. Not really. But I'm looking for something to point with. Okay, so this witness point is here. Now, actually, it's properly shaped. This is just dirt. So you can see that the string was pressing down here. So this was the takeoff point for the vibration. So now imagine if this is like flared out, like a funnel. And if somehow when they cut it lower there. Almost as if you turn this around. So now the string would be maybe anchored in the middle or at the back. And now if this is also kind of open like a funnel, it can be hitting all three sides of this open slot, the bottom, the left, and the right, right? In any direction as it's vibrating. Because the string doesn't only vibrate left and right, it vibrates also up and down and diagonally, and actually the vibration direction changes. So, so obviously, without me being able to see it, I don't know what's causing it. But the other reason for a sitar buzz possibility on an open string would be this kind of situation. Oh, bear with me. So here we're looking at the nut, right? And the first position. So if the nut is filed, just, you know, hits the sweet spot so that when the string vibrates, it hits the fret. I know that there's like you know, there's a spot, a sweet spot where it's going to cause that kind of buzz against this first fret. So what can we do to diagnose it? Well, remove the fret, and then you'll know. How do you like that? Well, you could raise the action, right? So now, if you raise the action like really high, you would avoid that string hitting the fret. So, you know, you can try that. But if it's still buzzing, like a sitar buzz, now you've just moved the string even further away from where it should be nested at the front of the nut, if that's the problem. So it probably will continue to do that sitar buzz. That's what I would try to do. Thank you. I'll get it under the magnifying glass. Much obliged. Yeah, sure. This is what we're here for. You know, I did, you know, kind of recommend this pocket microscope. I don't know if you know about it. This thing. I'll put a link. I might start working with some performers. Well, I will start working with one performer, probably. No, actually, I'm already working with one performer. I already did some work. But it's not a guitar player, okay. But anyway, I'll be working with some guitar players, and I'll have like a doctor's bag with some tools, so that when I, you know, go to their gigs, I have everything there to do like emergency whatever for them, just to make sure that they have a functioning guitar. So I will bring my pocket microscope, and why don't I put a link in the description? It's only like 20 bucks. I think it's worth it. Is it called a pocket? Yeah, handheld pocket microscope. Oh, there's an extra letter there. Let me check the link. Yeah, that's it. Okay, so, okay. Copy and paste, copy. So you know that all links that I need to say this are affiliate, Amazon affiliate links, which pay me a small commission and no cost to you. Okay, this is how it is. This is what I need to say. That's the Amazon law. But you know, get one of those. It's nice. Look at that. You don't need to get this. You can even now get like microscope attachments for the phone, even that. Probably more expensive than this. But, okay, so what am I doing here? So, look at that, okay? So you can, where's the nut? So I'm not going to remove the string now, but you can really see, okay? And like I said, this is going to go in my doctor's bag. Or get the attachment for the phone, macro lens. So look for that macro lens for whatever phone you have. I think they'll be more expensive. But then you can take a picture or a video. Yeah. So kids, I am going to just let this settle overnight, and then we'll continue some other time. But I will finish the setup off camera, right? This was, I guess, just fret polishing and prep work. I got a whole bunch of work to do. And today I had customer interactions. Well, I got to take stuff in, right? And I got to let customers pick up stuff. One customer came back with a Les Paul. We were live streaming that Les Paul, the white Les Paul with a gold hardware that I converted. So the action was too high. But you see, what happened was exactly what I want to avoid here is, you know, the neck bent a little bit a few days later. So that can happen. So he brought it back. We adjusted that. Now again, the truss rod adjustment isn't the action adjustment, but when the neck bends or when you straighten it, it will affect the action, right? So that's just a relief adjustment. But you know, I know how I set it up. I took the measurements and I knew that his neck just bent because the guitar was without strings on for quite a few hours. And it's kind of, I like to use the bookshelf analogy. When you put heavy books on the shelf, it will sag. So you can kind of like mark it on the wall. Well, in a day, you will see that it went even lower, right? Same thing with these things. So that's just physics. What am I doing? Oh, yeah, I'm going to mark off this as partially completed. And that's all I wanted to do, I think. Oh, yeah, I wanted to see what else. Refret, I'm not going to start it now. Okay, vintage. Vintage. Hold on a second. 1, 2, 3, 4 vintage guitars. So all of those are going to be live streamed. No, 5 vintage guitars. No, I'm sorry, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And possibly routing, something for pickups, that's going to be live streamed at some point. Okay. Can I work on anything small tonight just to keep this going? I don't think so. All of the guitars need more work. And then there's that headstock repair. I got to get back to that. And the braces on that one. Oh, and that neck reset, which is right there. I just keep putting it off. Okay, kids, I don't think I can do any more tonight because, like I said, I do want to do some editing. I need to do that for the channel. Haven't decided which video yet because I'm going to. It was going to be the Gibson warranty video, and I want to add that bad experience, a bad customer experience, unfortunate experience. Yeah. Wow, that is nice. And that comment is, by grace I am saved. What's nice? You're referring to the explanation, I guess, of the sitar buzz, I guess. Oh, no, the microscope. Yeah, I get it. And by grace I am saved says, thank you, I subscribe to this channel and your other channel. What about the third channel? Do you know about that one? Link is in the description. So I am also the guitar commissioner for the city of New York. And there is a channel. This camera is acting up. It's worrying me. Something with this connection. Okay, so check this out. Okay, the New York City Department of Guitar Maintenance and Repairs. Okay, this is official. And there's a channel, right? You got to find the link. It's in the description. So, all right. So that's a parody channel. The guitar department. I haven't posted on that channel in over a year. I need to get back to it. I will one day, one sunny day. Or rainy day, maybe, when I'm stuck at home editing videos. Yeah. Kids, it's past your bedtime, okay? I can't keep you up all night. I gotta be responsible. I'm the adult here. And there are 12 of you watching. Yes, so check out the other channel. So I just wanted to have like a parody channel where I just kind of go off whatever in a different direction. But channels take time to maintain. And yeah, I just haven't had time. Because I also want to do a channel about guitar business. I've been talking about that channel for a while, and I still haven't posted anything. I do have the name, Guitar Quackery Business. Yeah. Oh, and I'll do something. Yeah, I'm done for today, right? Yeah, I took off my red shirt. So I want to talk about this. I have more than one shirt, okay? So this was my idea to have like a color for Guitar Quackery as a channel and Guitar Quackery as the repair business. So in show business, and you know, YouTube is show business, it's good if people can describe a person, because now I'm a content creator, right? with a really short sentence, catchphrase or something. So let's say if you want to tell people, oh, you know, Guitar Quacker on YouTube, oh, kind of sounds familiar. You know, the guy with the red shirt. Yeah, see, that's it. So, so that, or you could say the guy with the microscope, or the guy with the crystal ball, I guess. So this is outside. This is the first thing people see. Frequently asked questions. When will my guitar be ready? How much will it cost? So that's on display. When will my guitar be ready? And then there's a crystal ball. There's your answer. How much will it cost? I think you've seen this before, but for the new viewers out there, yeah. So that's my price list. Ah, okay. I don't know how much it will cost. I do discuss estimates when I see the guitar, obviously, but when people just ask me ahead of time, how much will you charge for a setup? I can't answer. I'm not even sure that I'll be doing a setup. But I just want a setup. No, then I try to explain. Well, I don't really try to explain. I have it all written in a PDF that no, you don't want a setup. You want your guitar to work in a certain way, but we don't know if a setup will get you there or some other type of service. Right? That's what you want, right? The guitar to work in a certain way. So that's what people want, not setups. So I don't know. Maybe we'll be filing the nut. Maybe we'll be doing a setup. Maybe we'll be leveling the frets. Maybe we'll be refretting. Maybe we'll be doing a neck reset. We don't know. Maybe we'll be rehumidifying the guitar. It's actually a disfavor to the customer. Hold on. To attempt to do a setup on a guitar that has, some other issues that are affecting the outcome of a setup. So let's say you pay someone $100 for a setup, and it's just not good. So now you go back to that shop, and you say, well, my guitar still isn't good. Let's say if it's an acoustic guitar, look how you raise the saddle, right, with a bunch of shims, and then the tech tells you, yeah, that's because your guitar dried up, so your soundboard is collapsed. Well, why didn't you tell me this before? Well, because you said you wanted a setup, so that's what I did. Is that really a professional service? No. My guitar is buzzing, right? Okay, bring it in. Ah, you have a collapsed soundboard. So we won't be doing a setup. We'll be doing rehumidification with a setup, right? Oh, but I just want a setup. Well, it's not going to work because you have a collapsed soundboard. And if I try to raise the strings by shimming the saddle, you'll have a saddle like half an inch above the bridge. And then the saddle will collapse because you're going to have a bunch of shims underneath. And it's not going to be seated all the way into the saddle slot, and it'll collapse, for example. So, so I think it's a disfavor to the customers to do what they order, right? You need to advise the customers what to do. And it's the same thing with any other services, if you think about it. You don't go to a dentist and say, I need a filling. I mean, you might say that, but then the dentist will say, well, let's take x-rays, you need root canals. If we fill it, we'll be filling over your infection. Or if you go to a doctor and you say, I need an orchiectomy, and the doctor's going to say, why? And do you know what is an orchiectomy? It's not a very popular request. You can Google it. I'll tell you, it's the surgical removal of the testicles. Very unlikely to be a popular demand request. I subscribe. Now, Watch Boy says, good morning, doctor. Looks like also time for good night. Okay, but we get to spend a couple of minutes here together. And by grace I am saved, says Mr. Rogers. Mr. Rogers. Okay. I'm not sure what you mean by that. There's still a minute to explain, I guess. But I have a feeling it's funny. There's a delay. So I'm watching right now. This is what I'm seeing. Right? On YouTube. So, and look, I just brought the microscope over the base. Oh, hold on a second. Oh, come on. Focus. Okay, maybe like this. I see. So this is it. What I'm watching. So I don't know if the comments are delayed. I guess not, because the comment now says changing your shirt. Is this a reference to some TV show that I don't know? Who's Mr. Rogers? Changing my shirt. I don't know. It's late. And, I was never a big TV person. So if this is some kind of TV show, I don't know. Okay. So this is my transmitter. Yes, sorry, a show. Okay. What's the name of the show? Or was my transmitter. And this is the headset. So I'm going to have to remove this soon. Because I'm on my way out. It's almost 9 p.m. here locally. So I'll be home at 10. Takes me an hour on my bike. I avoid the subways. Tell me the name of the show, and then I'll go. This was an interesting live stream. I mean, I was falling asleep at some point, but I think there were some interesting things, right? About how to measure for the string and about the nut. Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood. Okay, that was the name of the show. Sorry, I never heard of it. So, kids, like I said, if you gotta get up early, you gotta go to bed early. And I got up early today, which is why I was falling asleep. Oh, Grandpa Joe is here. He says, good night, Guitar Quackery. See you on the next live stream. Thank you so much. It was a classic kids show from the 70s. Okay, thank you for explaining. And then Grandpa Joe says, safe ride home. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, I think we had some fun today. Even with the, posting of the, oh, we didn't end up using this. The thank you videos on the, oh, Carpethus is here. He says, cheers. You just logged on? Sorry, we're wrapping it up. 2 hours. Oh, it was like almost 3 hours. 2 hours, 51 minutes, and 43 seconds. Okay, this means I gotta go. 3 hours. Good night.